Okay, so hello there guys, welcome back to R&G Forge. So today we're going to be making our first fire poker, which is quite nice. I like making fire pokers. And we're going to be starting with this 12mm square, which is about 50 centimeters long or 21.5 inches. And this is probably going to be the last video I'm going to be filming before Christmas, so Merry Christmas to you all. And pokers are quite good to sell for Christmas presents, although it's probably a bit late now to be making Christmas presents, but I'm just going to be making it just to have, really, because I like making pokers and we need to make a video about making pokers. Well, we haven't yet. So, but yeah, they are a good Christmas present. You might want to think about it for next year. As most sort of like, you know, fireplace sets and hooks are. Anyway, so this poker, as I said, 12mm square, 50 centimeters, and this is the only thing that is a bit special about this particular poker I'm going to make is that it's going to have the ring part is not going to be tapered. It's going to just be a simple ring like that, which is rare because you wouldn't normally do that. And I said that in previous videos when we made the fire rake, and you wouldn't normally do it on square, but I am because I think it's going to suit this short, stubby poker quite well. It's going to be thick and heavy and short, and then it's going to have the thing you won't see here, but okay. It's gone off camera, but oh well. And then it's going to have a dragon's twist, but it's going to be short near the top here, so about there. And then the point is going to be a diamond point, which is like this. That's going to be quite nice. Like that. Okay, so the forge is already lit. We'll get in the fire, and then we'll go straight to the anvil and start making this poker then. Okay. Okay, so we're going to start by putting our ring on here. And this, as always, is just about taking your time. Okay, a bit tough on this 12mm, and this is probably the limit you can do this on in terms of bar thickness. Doing that with strong heat is really hard. As you can see, I'm just going to move on to this. I'll take another heat because that's got too cold now to work. It's too hard. Okay, so it's a bit hotter this time, slightly. And just going to keep trying to round this off. And I think by the looks of stuff, this is going to be a smaller circle, quite small, but it's still going to be effective. Now I'm going to take another heat that's kind of crooked and a bit ugly because it's also a bit twisted. So what I'll do is I'll take another heat, finish making it a bit rounder, and I'll take it to the vise and straighten it up a bit because it's a bit twisted on itself. It's quite a good heat. Just sort this out of it to make it look more circle. Okay, so what I'll do now is I'll take it to the vise, twist it and sort it out, and then file this inside a bit, and then come back to the anvil and sort it out again, like just to like get it all even and looking good. And then we'll go to we're going to have the diamond tip on this, so we're going to go over to the other side of the anvil here, make the diamond tip. And so yeah, I'll be back to you when I've sorted this ring out then. Okay, so as you can see, I've sorted out the hook here. Now the hook end. Now I'm going to give it a nice wire brush to get rid of all the scale and like dust from the coal. And I just like straightened it and all. I didn't file it in the end. I just straightened it out to a twisting wrench. And it's only got a couple more, you know. But it's just really touching it up like this. Like slight adjustments. You want this low red heat, you know. And that's why I'm not a big fan of these thick non-tapered rings because they come out a bit weird because it's just so hard to move the material. So that's why I'm not a big fan of them. But this poker is going to be more like a store-bought poker that have this type of end. But it's still going to be quite nice, and we'll probably make the same thing out of round set someday without a twist or anything. And I've got an even simpler version that's quite nice as well. In terms of like, because you can sell it for cheaper, and it's just a nice style to have it forged. Although it's not nice to make the hooks. But okay, so I'll go ahead and quench it in water here, just to cool it off, so I can grab to the other side. Like so. And now, it's cold, check it's cold, and then we'll work on the diamond tip now here. And okay, so let's go in the fire and we'll do that then. Let's go. Okay, so we're going to start here by just putting the normal paper on. And it's got to be quite stout, not too long. Yeah, it's got to be pretty stout actually. So lift your bar up quite high. It doesn't have to be sharp, it's just finishes to a point here, but not sharp. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is take another heat, and then we're going to go to the edge of the anvil here and shoulder it on all four sides to create the down the diamond. Then we're going to draw this back out the other way. Okay, so I'll take another heat, and we'll do that then. Okay, so we've got good heat, so just going to brush it quickly. This is quite hard to do on my anvil because it's got really bad edges here. They're quite... I've got to lift it up really high to get this to work, but it'll be easier with an anvil that's got better edges. I'm just going to want to shoulder each side here. And then okay, and that'll be enough because now what we can do is just draw it out here from behind, and just pick up my wire brush here, and we can draw it out, and that'll just be good. So yeah, take another heat then. Okay, good heat. And so now I'm just gonna go here. I've tried this over the horn before, but it kind of just works nicer here. And then we're going to go a long taper this time, back. And first get this small and then sort out the shoulders here, because then you kind of got to get rid of the shoulders after, and then get the taper to flow down. But don't bother about them at this stage. Just draw this out and then deal with them after. Okay, get everything straight in, and then take another heat, and I think I'll draw them out slightly bit more, just a bit maybe, and then I'll start the shoulders, and then we'll be done for this part. Then we'll be on to the twist. So we'll take another heat then. Okay, so another nice heat here, and just gonna further draw this back. That's probably about it. Don't go too thin here because you'll risk losing your tip here because it's much thicker than your shoulder. And now we're just going to start to merge the shoulders down, and you want to half hit the thick part and half hit the small part, and you're better off here at a lower heat as well because otherwise you'll just damage the other parts of the poker. Now I'm going to take this to another heat and then draw it out, not draw it out, but clean up this part here a bit more, because as you can see there's loads of hammer marks and everything. Take another heat and we'll do that then. Okay, so we'll sort out these edges again. Okay, and now we're going to finally straighten our diamond tip. Like so. And then straighten our taper. Okay, that's pretty good actually. And now I'm just going to take the corners off here to give it that extra touch. When I take corners off, I like to leave my hammer marks in quite a bit and not bother like extending it and straightening it out more, because I just quite like the look it gives. Taking off corners, you certainly want to do it at a low heat here, because if you do it at a high heat you just flatten the bar by accident. Further do our adjustments and check it's all in line. I think it is. I think that'll be it then. Yeah, that's it. Right, now we've just got to do the twist then. So I'll move the camera over to the vise, and we'll start working on the twist then. So I'll put this here and move the camera. Okay, so I've decided to go with a dragon's twist for this, and for those of you who don't know, just dragon's twist is meant to represent like the body of a dragon, and so lots of the time it's left a bit like twisty in terms of the actual twist, and then the bar, even if it goes crooked, it's kind of left crooked to represent the body of a dragon. And I'm going to do this with the angle grinder, and not many people do the dragon's twist with the chisel, because you've got a slit in the side and that's just too hard really to do with the chisel. And if you don't have a angle grinder, what you can do is do the centre with a chisel. That's going to be much easier, as you'll see what I mean by a centre when I do it. And then with the sides, just do it with a hacksaw. You angle your bar maybe like this, for example, and you can cut in your sides. So it is possible quite easily without an angle grinder. We'll be doing this, but this piece is going to be quite close to the handle, and it's going to be very, very short and stubby. So yeah, let's do it. Come on. Okay, so if you weren't familiar with the dragon twist, you can see why the angle grinder is quite handy for this here. But okay, I'll set up the camera again because I'm going to move the vise on the camera, and I'll move the vise, and then we'll get on with the actual twisting here. I'll heat it up and twist. Okay. Okay guys, so I'm at the fire. This is a bit of a weird situation because there's not much room behind me because the forge is there, and I've had to get those pliers in. But I'll just quickly twist this before it gets too cold. And you want to do about 3 turns on this. Or maybe 2 to 3, I'd say. I think we're about there. And I'm going to give it a nice straighten. And as you can see, that was an excellent dragon's twist actually. The cuts were quite good, they were equal enough. And that was pretty good actually. As you can see, it's quite nice, especially when it's warm. So if you're doing a demonstration, you can show to people how to take pictures, for example, and it's hot and it looks red like the skin of a dragon. It's quite cool. So what I'll do now, get some final touch-up straightens, and yeah, what I'll do now, that's pretty good. What I'll do is I'll wax it, clean it all up, cool it off, and then we'll be back to the table and we'll discuss the final things and like thoughts and opinions on this then. Okay, see you then. Okay, so as you can see here guys, I've got a poker, and it's come out great. The dragon's twist is perfect here. It came out exactly, you know, you got all the corners that are the same here. Our ring is actually better than I thought. Point is looking good, the taper's nice. It's all straight. So this type of poker is quite nice because you can set it for a cheaper price as you waste less time on the ring here. It's still really effective, and I wouldn't make it out of 10mm. I'd stick to Elite 12 or bigger. The diamond tip is quite a neat addition here to the poker, and the taper just adds a bit more effect. You can do any twist. Now the twist here, it needs to be as close to the handle as you can. The ideal for it to start about there and finish about there. Check this is in camera. About there, but that's really only achieved with a propane forge, because if in a coal forge you've got the coal and the bricks or whatever other step in the way of the ring here. But with a propane forge you can do that, but I had to just move mine down a bit, and I kind of struggled to get it to the vice. I took like 3 attempts, because when I tried it with the gloves, then I tried it with a wet cloth to hold it. It just all fell and I got burnt a couple times. And then I just got this vice fix because I couldn't use the tongs because the forge was right behind me. And the space is just too tight here. But I am planning on in the future for a bigger shop, so stay tuned to that. That's going to be really nice. We'll do a whole build up here. But I'm not going to spoil that, not tell you anything more about that, but that's in the distant future. But yeah, it's a nice poker. You know, this is probably around 20 quid because it's a bit easier to make. You can do any twist you want on here. And nice, short, you know, maybe campfire more than a fireplace poker. And you can take it on hikes when you go camping, for example. But yeah, also a good Christmas gift, something like this, because it's simple, short and easy to make. But yeah, so that's it for today, and I hope you enjoyed it. Have a really good Christmas. And oh yeah, and then also this poker and many more like it are going to be available on my website for sale, which I'm going to leave a link to in the description box below. But yeah, this has been a good year. You know, this is it's going to be, after the new year, it's going to be a year that I've been doing blacksmithing properly. So it's quite a good year for me. It's been a good year for YouTube, although, you know, I started it only like 4 months ago, maybe 5. But it's been a good year, and in 2021 we'll have bigger, better projects. It's going to be nice. Yeah, and I'm planning on some nicer things. Maybe we'll get some nice making and some testing. That's always fun, isn't it? But yeah, I've got some more presents to just finish up doing, and then I'll be finished, I think, up until the new year. We might get one more video in before the new year, but we'll see. It's probably going to be in the new year, so I'll probably see each other in 2021. But I hope you enjoyed it, hope it was helpful. Have a good one, guys, and we'll see you next year for some more fun.